All right, we're going to, from the looks of it, we're actually going to see Last go with the Bowser here and choose. Bowser has a really good niche of being able to be really strong on his own, but sometimes could struggle with landing. And twos, you have a teammate to back you up. That's what we see the Twins pull that off really well for the Midwest. But we got our first match to start here. Trying to land against Game & Watch and Cloud Proxy can be a bit rough, so Sora's going to need help.
No, absolutely agree. But we see Last already kind of controlling center stage, using that up B out of shield pretty effectively, especially against Cloud, who's going to want to try and harass you on shield. With anything but that back air, that up B is really, really good for being able to retake that space.
Yeah, look at that pressure coming in from the Game & Watch underneath that platform. You can get out, of course, because you have the up B, but you do that too much around Bowser, you might die, and the up B beats the downer, so Last can't just land for free. The blue team's doing a great job of making sure that does not happen.
Okay, back throw. So we're going to get into an edge guard situation. Overcommits a little bit, does get the trade, and is able to make it back. So far, things working out pretty well, but Limit on the stage now, so we'll see how that turns out. Good defense from Game & Watch there, trying to save things out.
And MILF May being in the middle there actually stopped any potential punish on that down B from Last. So she's doing a good job of making sure that he's not dying yet, but they need to get some damage on them ASAP. You can get maybe the edge guards on the Cloud, but you have to solve that Game & Watch right now.
Absolutely. Stock tanking with the best of them right now, and is able to get the kill. So 2 in a row here for the Game & Watch. It's going to put it 3 stocks apiece still for the blue team, looking very healthy. And Last losing that double jump to the Nair chain is really bad as a big body.
Yeah, he is having a field day right now. That's not, I think if the matchup-wise you want to get is maybe get MILF May over at dealing with the Game & Watch, because that distance can be much better.
Okay.
So, very solid lead. They have the blue team is yet to lose the stock.
Trying to use that special, not quick connecting. Does get the clank, is able to get the side special, so the command grab, not enough to kill the great DI.
Yeah, even with the DI, how in the hell are you still alive on Battlefield at the top platform? Well, hey, he's refusing to go. It's still not getting knocked out to that either, so they need to maybe get this on Cloud. They do finally get one.
That's good from Game Watch. That up special again. Dude, the trampoline putting in overtime to be able to keep yourself safe. That is like a really viable way to stock tank in situations like this too, is just be evasive.
Yeah. For Last so far, the win condition is getting a lot of side Bs, and eventually the forward air finally took out the Game & Watch, but unfortunately did not use the side special after the up B, though. You can recover at pretty much any window. I think that with the, I believe that was Game & Watch down there, MILF May got a little afraid of that and didn't end up going for the recovery.
Okay. I do like that from Last, though, when you see that up special, the side special going out so often. That side B is really, really good, but unfortunately not going to help you recover. Yep. Shielding is one of the strongest options in doubles, so having something to kind of inherently beat that, especially a burst option, is really, really strong.
Yeah, and you say, oh, Bowser's recovery's getting exploited, too, because you get a couple of those neutral special bacon tosses off stage, and your jump gets ripped. You're pretty much forced to take that backer from Game Watch every day of the week. And kudos as well to the Cloud's dead. Cloud is dead. Kudos to what was a great stock. The past tense.
Yeah, drop zone fair, super, super strong for being able to get it. Cloud, while we've talked a lot about Bowser getting kind of exploited on his recovery, Cloud, no stranger to it as well.
A little bit out of position. Looked like they were maybe looking for like a forward throw, but because it was on that platform, Game Watch had to go up there to get it.
And very quietly, this is becoming a little more even, 100% plus for both players on the red team here. But the stocks are looking reasonable, and now, unfortunately, things getting a little too far out of reach. Last, this will be an all-timer, but I think we might be headed to game 2.
Yeah, it's looking like one of those, especially with that fastball down there, it's going to be kind of rough landing around that. Yeah, you try to throw out that back here because you already burned your double jump. You're afraid of what's going to happen when you land, so you try to scare him maybe. But that's Game Watch's up smash. That's beating that every day of the week.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the key thing there, is trying to instill fear, but there's no fear to be had in anti-air situations for Game & Watch. I feel like that's like the Game & Watch Mario, all the characters with a very, very direct, good up smashes. Good for anti-airs.
Yep. It's all about having a good time, though. Right now, they're both smiling, having a blast up there. But also, I'm willing to bet it's like, you broke up my side special with your with your Sonic Blade. Don't do that. But honestly, they could not solve the Game Watch. That's the big thing. Like, Cloud was more of a support that game, because usually it's all about sending them over to Cloud to finish it. But Game Watch against the Bowser in general is just like, well, he ain't gonna land against me, so I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna keep pressuring.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the story of a lot of the damage that Last took as well. Was like, if Bowser ends up getting caught in an air, normally your first reaction is to try and match that double jump. If your double jump doesn't actually get out, especially as a big body, that chain turns from like 10% in disadvantage to 45% and worse disadvantage.
And great job for SkyLineTO and Weird. They really did an amazing job of taking advantage of what is a poor recovery
Yes.
and just a little bit like unsynchronized play. Well, you see a lot of people, of course, with great synchronized play going on off stream. That's everybody out on the main floor right there who are getting their matches in. Doubles is going on.
Yep.
That will be us going through all of pools straight to top 8 from this point, and melee doubles will actually be happening right after that.
Yes. So
Okay, we have learned something
That
interesting
is- I
about that
thought-
last game.
I
That makes
wanted
a
to
whole lot of sense.
I wanted to say it.
This is so funny.
I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to commit.
Okay, so as Sakurai intended, we had team attack off. So we are going to replay that match.
I saw something that looked a little fishy, but I didn't want to be the one to say it.
I just let it
I
rock.
was letting it rock. I was
Okay,
letting it rock.
now all of
For
a
real this
sudden,
time. I want to believe.
that was the best button check you have ever seen, is what you just saw. The first match ain't real. Now we got team attack on, and we got the true match happening here.
So that'll be out of shield once again. Looks like they've kind of changed up the strategy here, and they're going to have Bowser try to focus in on the Game & Watch here. And so far, it's working pretty decently, but it's a really good breakup from Cloud. Using that down air, you'd rather get the weak hit down air than take that side B.
Exactly. Any way you could shut that down is going to be huge. Now, you got the first game, and you got some data out of that first game. For the red team, that might actually benefit them a little bit, but that's going to be a stock every day of the week. Even with Bowser's weight, that does not matter.
Back here to put him off the stage. He is able to make it back there with Sonic Blade. Just the old
That's
side
his
B.
double jump rib. You see Game & Watch going out there to help. If Game & Watch isn't there to stop that, Last gets that stock every time.
Okay. Air dodge. But doesn't air dodge quite to the ledge. And especially with Bowser, who has great horizontal recovery, but vertical can be quite lacking. That is a gone stock every single time.
Oh, for a second I thought he got his jump ripped out and he was going to get pushed too low, and Last is about to die at 10%. But Game & Watch does get actually knocked out within a minute this time. Last time it took a very long time, and Cloud shortly to follow. So this is an even game. A questionable even game because of the damage on Sora, but still much better.
Oh, opportunity for a team combo there. Unfortunately, the Thunder does not connect, a little too slow on the startup.
Yeah, you figured maybe I thought it was a nair affair. It was going to happen there. You line it back up into to Bowser. That's something you definitely talk about in the second game. Like, hey, look, Thunder seems like a good idea there, but it's got late startup.
Okay, air dodge back to the stage, good block, and a good little punish. I feel like a lot of the times, just getting a tilt is good enough. In doubles, your punish doesn't need to be quite as optimal. As long as you're getting some amount of percent and some amount of advantage, you have to just extract value as much as you can, because you're not going to get full punishes.
You know, you're right on the money with that, too, because if you could separate two players, it doesn't matter if you do a big combo. That equals a 2v1 you might be able to go get.
Okay. Breaks things up. Thunder barely gets through, but the drop kick clears everybody.
Okay, all right. He had the mash to be able to make that back, but hey, the stocks are flying, and even if Last loses his stock, that's Bowser at 148. It might take a little bit, but he's got another one he can share off of MILF May if that ends up being a thing. In similar position as well. Cloud maybe at KO windows, but he still had that fresh stock over there on Game & Watch, so they're doing fine.
Okay. Oh, try to go for the up air, not quite able to get it. Yeah, in a perfect world, you want to get rid of Cloud as soon as possible here. You got to get rid of that stock. You can't let Game & Watch get two full fresh stocks off of this value.
Downer getting parried by both parties involved. Nobody getting knocked away from that, and that's not that move. Surprisingly, not as powerful as you may think. Last was getting pieced up by everyone
Shooting him
on
up. Oh my God! So anybody could get it. Up, be out of shield is gonna get the kill, and it gets the limit too. So a good situation here. The 2v1, 90%. If Last can find that one crazy hit on Game & Watch, things could maybe turn around. Down special does connect, but it's not quite enough.
This is a frightening. This is a game of three characters who all have great uppies out of shield, but Last essentially can't go for his right now. He uses the grab armor though to get around the F tilt a little bit late, but that's gonna get rid of it right there on the jump in. It was doable, but not that easy in that spot.
Yeah, the falling nair was a good idea. That is another really nice thing about Bowser in doubles, is that nair is really, really good at kind of like a party crashing type of attempt.
Yeah.
Any move that is multi-hitting with a decent outside hitbox is very, very good for not only breaking up combos on your teammate, but kind of just like moshing.
Yeah.
I think Bowser's biggest advantage in situations like that is that he has so many good multi-hits that are, whether they are able to vacuum like the up B, or they're just things like neutral that send you at awkward angles.
Yeah.
He's so good at being able to just kind of break up the party and kind of anything that leaves him on the ground and you in a disadvantaged spot is wonderful.
Yeah, because most of the time getting like the sandwich play going where you force someone have to deal with attacks coming from both sides is usually the greatest like play, and it is definitely still effective against Bowser. But the fact that the up and there do exist, they're great separation tools. And if you both get caught, now it's a guessing game on where Bowser goes to chase you. But Game & Watch ignores those rules so much, and so does Cloud's up B. These are two of the best up Bs out of Shield. Potentially, well, actually, Game & Watch is definitely.
Yeah.
And Cloud's might be second, actually. So.
Yeah. But it looks like we're going to go to the Hollow Bastion here, so we want a little bit of more horizontal space, a little more room to work with here. Definitely working with that so far.
I like that one platform as well. It makes it so you don't always have to go vertical and then get carried off, but still getting access to that side B. And then for Game & Watch, you don't lose anything. You get your nair one time around the middle, you're getting your full combo.
Oh, that's actually a really nice up smash there to be able to get the anti-air. Back air trades in a weird spot. We do have limit. He's able to get the blade beam. Good amount of damage.
They're both of them exchanging places, saying, "Give me my partner back." Oh, that might have saved him.
Crazy save from May.
Great shot. You know what? You did that. There's your dub throughout the entire day. May just trying to find the ground. She ended up burning. They double jump in the air, so that means that air dodge is a guaranteed punish on however she wants to land, unless she goes aggressive.
Oh, okay. Using that flame breath just for a little bit of pressure. Up tilt is actually going to get the friendly fire and get rid of Sora.
That's what we were missing in that prior match. Ooh, parry on the down air, so that actually ends up leading to the stock. Cloud can fall too, except he actually just misses.
Yeah.
All of Thundaga. I thought that first one hit.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a really good decision. Ends up getting the back air anyways, though, so it gets a good trade. Last here, it's kind of been relegated to the stock tank, and it's working out beautifully. Nice defense and a great parry off of that.
They're doing an amazing job at it. SkyLineTO, again, they've just been such a good support for what has been very good play from Chris. But whenever they've needed to, Skyline has really picked it up.
Yeah, absolutely. This last coming back. Gets a side special, gets him off the stage. Manages to make it back without the limit and uses that blade beam, but it's a little too low. Unfortunately, this disadvantage state for the red team is massive right now. Team combo's looking crazy.
That is the trade-off of being the big-bodied character in twos. No matter what you try to do, sometimes you just cannot touch the ground. Last getting a free 9-3 put on him as well, and that's going to be Sora shortly following after. But still, very close match.
Okay. Got the side special, not quite enough to kill here. 113 still alive, gets the forward tilt. Can't really do much in terms of edge guarding though. Goes for the 2-frame with the down tilt and does get it.
You know, all the time you always see the F tilt because of how much it lingers, but that down tilt does work as well. Oh my god. Well, we have an exchange off again of like teammates kind of hitting each other, but as close as you can possibly ask for, that side B is going to go. Last could be short to follow right now. We might end up with one stock apiece at the end, and there it is.
Okay. Lands it immediately, gets the side special. Game & Watch kind of in a weird spot because he's on the ledge. All three Thunders connecting for a ton of damage off of it, but the bucket comes through, kind of threatening out those projectiles.
Mother May just kind of controlling that center stage platform, but you can only do that so long with an approaching Cloud. Actually, that breakup worked out so well for them. That sent them in a perfect position.
Using that uppy again. Gets the up throw, does get the damage on Sora, but it's not going to matter too much here. Uppy out of shield, gets punished with the side special. The cross cut looking good.
Yeah, I couldn't go for the side B because Chris was sitting right there ready to go if that happened. The smart high recovery too from Skyline. If they don't go high there, they probably end up taking a forward air.
That's good on the Game Watch though. Be able to break things up, help your teammate recover. Oh, again, is able to just barely survive. 131, dash attack still not going to be enough. All the way to the corner, good DI.
Last holding on to the stock forever, but the late hit in there is going to push him back off stage. MILF May just doing everything she can to get off that platform. Here comes Last to get the separation, so... Oh, we tried to read the high recovery, but the limit on special actually doesn't end up going to ledge, so this might actually go to a game 3.
I like it. Anything will do it now, pretty much, for either player.
Side special kills here, forward air kills here, but Chris can also get rid of these stocks if they make a mistake and they jump up on each other. The forward air was a little too far away.
Trying to go for the forward tilt, like you said, that lingering hitbox, lands the back air, up B, not enough. Even at 171, that up B is not going to be killing anytime soon. Uh-oh.
You know, you go, and that side special will do it. So the Fires put up enough damage to make it so Chris had to go high. High fives going out. Hey, one's on the board, and this, again, this is a big part of it. Everybody's having some fun. And now we get a game 3. I did not expect this to go to game 3. I'm not gonna
No?
lie. I didn't. Like it's round 1, so you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But this has actually been a pretty close set between the two.
Definitely has been very back and forth. Like you said, the team play has been looking good overall when it comes to not only just breaking up team combos, positioning well, being able to help with recoveries. I think that's one of the most important things. One of the most underrated things about playing doubles is having team communication.
Yeah.
Being able to accurately communicate what you need from your teammate in a setting like this, where you have to kind of shorthand things. You have to say things like help, and they have to completely decipher what you mean, right?
Yeah, like good communication is so important at the highest levels because it'll get you set up in position for team combos that you need, as well as the saves. And that's something, of course, we're not seeing too much from these two teams so far. We're not seeing a lot of big team combos. We're just seeing a lot of solid, like, 1v1 play that leads to group ups.
Yeah.
But when those group ups have happened, there has been amazing breaks from both. We think back to that down air from Cloud earlier, and then the, I believe it was the Thunder, or the Nair.
The Nair,
Sora,
yeah,
that saved last. So there's been a lot of good of that from both sides.
But unfortunately, we got some odd matchups coming out here. 64% off the opening juggle from Game & Watch onto Bowser. Definitely huge. Cloud is able to recover and is able to block. Does get away from the down smash, but not for the second time. Already almost 100% on last. I'm kind of getting bullied right now.
Yeah, it's the heavy tax. So at least every down air and down B has been challenged by the blue team so far. They're not letting them get away with that for free.
Opportunity for a team combo there. Is able to get the anti-air side special. That's the Bowser classic.
Dropping in that forward air, keeping last in the air. And MILF just looking for where she can go in. But she's getting a lot of good straight hits. That damage is slowly building back up for the opposing side, too.
Okay, is able to land, does get the up special, make some room for yourself. Great anti-air from the Cloud, looking amazing with the up smash twice in a row.
If there's one thing blue team has caught on to heavy, the red team loves to aggressively land.
Yes.
It's down airs or down Bs galore.
And just like this, the most important stock on the stage right now is that 72% from the Game & Watch here. He has to preserve. If he can stock tank, that can be the difference in this set right now. 85% in an edge guarding scenario here. And May is doing a great job of keeping Cloud from being able to break up that edge guard.
Yes, I mean, May has been a big part of what's kept Cloud away from Last. But Last hasn't been able to solve the Chris matchup this time around, where he got a lot of side Bs that last game. What does Chris do? Again, Chris is aggressive in all the right spots. Yeah. That's the big thing. As much as Game & Watchers love to swing, Chris has been very particular about waiting for them to press first.
Down air, pressure on the shield, nice back throw, not quite enough to kill. Cloud is able to get it though.
Gave up the ledge trap, going off stage for the fair. That's something Last has gone for a lot. Yeah, he's gone for a lot of offstage fairs, and hey, if you're gonna keep lingering out there, you better be ready to attack.
And finally, that stock from Game & Watch is gone. He was doing an amazing job of stock tanking here. That's going to make it 2 stocks to 4. Again, that Game & Watch juggle, 39% completely unanswered. And then, unfortunately, the friendly fire from the Thunder.
Yeah, it's been adding up over time. They are both on last stock, but blue team has a phenomenal lead right now. Cloud has been avoiding death left and right, and Chris just refuses to be killed.
Crosscut still not enough. Up B, tries to go for the punish, just gets a dash attack. Again, you don't have to be optimal. It's good enough. Gets the stage spike. It's all down to May, 108%.
Yeah, Last not teching any one of those anytime. You'll take the Nair because you don't die at least, but it's all about picking and choosing your right spots for the next 4 stocks worth, and Judgment might end up ending your stock at any time too.
Uh-oh. Oh, the bucket's not quite close enough though.
Okay, if you can get them to hit each other, that also will work. Cross slash will probably do it though, and that's going to be a wrap. 2-1, essentially 3-1, but again, we solved a problem. At least we figured it out early.
Hey, you know.